Something I have struggled with for, I would say, the majority of my music career has been growing social media platforms, right? I believe I made my first account when I was like 13. I'm 29 now. And I would argue it hasn't really grown that much since like age 20, 21, right? Just specifically the social media following. Now, I've made lots of growth with businesses. I've made a lot of friends. I've made a lot of acquaintances, met a lot of collaborators. You know, I have reached thousands more people, but it never translates to my actual social media following on anything, right? I think my YouTube is the thing I've probably had the longest, and YouTube is like 350, 360. YouTube is like 350, 360. I think Instagram is like 1,400 or whatever. Monthly listeners, same, around like 400 consistently, right? And it doesn't puzzle me in the way of like, I don't know how to grow it. You know, it makes me sad. No, it's not that. It's just, it's interesting where the growth comes at. Because a lot of people can, you know, pop on the socials and their numbers will grow rapidly for their following, but then they don't have any work to show for it. And then, you know, they might not be consistent afterwards. And then from my perspective, I've been consistent the whole time, but the following to me has never grown to match that level of consistency. I'm old enough to remember following all of the trends as a teenager across socials and YouTube, and, you know, dance videos and skits and playing scary games and all, you know, I've done it all. But it's very interesting how the numbers don't go up for the following, but the support and the community, the network that's built, that continues to increase like exponentially. I have made friends in high places. You know, I've made partnerships with multiple businesses that are, you know, relatively consistent with working with me for stuff, which is great. You know, I've had consistent magazine interviews, or what are they called? Like blog interviews, stuff like that. But the actual social following doesn't come after. And younger me would have definitely been in the headspace, oh, you know, that's not fair, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, well, does it really matter if I have 400 people that consistently show up, consistently spend money? What difference is it going to make if I have 400,000 where 399,000 of them don't do anything but follow, and they don't engage, and they don't, you know, spend money or anything like that? So that was just crossing my mind, because I don't know, I was thinking about ways to expand and ways to grow, and I feel like I've done all these different iterations and plans of growth and trying to expand that following, but none of them ever really work. And people will say like, oh, you know, you got to spend money on ads. Yeah, you know, been there, done. Like when ads first became a thing on social media, we had ads. You know, I've had the billboards, the ads, the marquees, you know, all the variations of ads. And like I said, the support shows up, but the following doesn't. I've even had people tell me, like, directly to my face in person at, you know, performances or anything like that. And I've had people tell me online, oh man, you know, I love what you're doing. I would love to follow you, but you don't have enough followers for me to follow. And that's, I don't know, that's just weird to me. Because it's like, if you like what somebody's doing and you want to support them, cool. But to tell them like, you know, I love what you're doing, I want to support you, but I can't follow you because you're not popular enough, I don't know. All of this stuff is fake at the end of the day. It could be gone tomorrow. They could just wake up and decide, you know what, we're getting rid of all the social media apps. But regardless, for the time being, we have to play the game if we're trying to expand to different areas and avenues and listeners and supporters and things like that. So